When you think of acts of war, what are your instant thoughts? Anger, betrayal, or maybe it's the protection of your home. Other thoughts could be family, and if you will ever see them again. Or one might think about who will take care of the plants. Either way, they are all good thoughts to have when you are going into war. But what if the reason for that war was betrayal of the ones you call family, and then find out that those who betrayed you can fire back when they no longer think you are worthwhile? Yes, war can be a hard look at reality, but does the developer Cactus VR Studios show us how to let our inner cacti out and take back what is ours? Let's find out with Cactus Cowboy, Plants at War for PlayStation VR 2. Cowboy Cactus Plants at War is a World War II themed VR story shooter that brings your weapon combat skills to a new level while taking you on a marvelous adventure through the Cactus Cowboy world. So before going to war and damaging all your cactus spines, there are a few things that you want to be aware of. First, find your favorite place to sit. War can be hard on the body, so you might as well be comfortable while fighting. Second, please make sure those sense controllers are charged. You don't want to be in the plant's line of sight and be frozen because you forgot to charge them. And finally, just have some fun. With all that said, let's continue. When you first start the game, you will have some choices to make. Do you want to start a new game, mess with the options, view the credits, or dive into the extras? I would suggest that you go into options, as you will be able to adjust your movement, your gun and holster, view the controller layout, and adjust the audio and haptics. The guns and holster will allow you to adjust where you will leave your holster so you will have easy access to your weapons. Once you are ready, it's time to start. And this is where it will become story time as your grandfather comes into your room as you are playing Call of Cactus, which I agree should be in VR. The story is a pretty simple one. The cacti and the bugs used to live together on Cacti Island. Then the bug army decided to attack Cacti Island, and you have been deployed by the Cacti army to go into battle and try to reclaim Cacti Island, back on the day known as C-Day. But before you can go into battle, you have to go through basic training just like any other cacti who joined the Cacti army would. You can, of course, skip the training and go with Major Stincy, but then there is something about his eyes. Then I decided it was in my best interest to go through the training.
Your senior drilled instructor! From now on, you will speak only when spoken to, and the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you Daisy Flowers understand that?
Yes, sir! Sergeant Cactus, sir!
Very good. For those of you that are familiar with VR shooters and have been into this war before, are free to skip this training and walk over to Major Stingy. He will set you on a ship to Cacti Island fighting the bugs and their war machinery. Everyone else, follow me using your left stick on your PSVR to sense controller.
Come to me if you don't need any training.
So, you've decided to take a training. Good. Now that you know how to walk around, You can explore the base and talk to other cacti soldiers. They might have some survival tips for you, but feel free to just continue the basic training course.
Now, of course, you could jump into the basic training, or you could go around and hear what everyone has to say. There are some valid tips to be had here.
Ammunition is picked up automatically when you walk over it. Cacti can also climb using the L1 and R1 buttons on your PSVR to sense controllers. You can try it here on the Watchtower ladder. Cacti can also climb using the L1 and R1 buttons on your PSVR to sense controllers. You can try it here on the Watchtower ladder. Cacti can also climb using the L1 and R1 buttons on your PSVR to sense controllers. You can try it here on the Watchtower ladder. This game was made by one guy for free. At least leave a nice review in the store.
Once you have completed basic training, it's off to the mission known as C-Day, the day the cacti took back Cacti Island from those good-for-nothing bugs. Keep in mind, the ammo is not unlimited. Different weapons will load differently, which adds another fun mix to things. So you will want to make sure those shots count. Well, as much as possible anyways. If you find yourself getting in trouble, you can always try and go back to the last checkpoint and rethink your plan. It might not work, but at least you tried. Dodging the bullets can be an easy task. However, when you are trying to concentrate on where the evil plants are, trying to reload your weapon, then running out of ammo only to forget that you have another weapon on your holster, it can all become a little chaotic at times, but in a fun way. But when you get those shots off, it does have a satisfactory feeling to it. Throughout the game, there will be spots where you will come across Helga, who is the medic of sorts. The one thing to remember is that even once you are healed up, if you go back into battle and you need more health, all you have to do is remember where she is, and you can keep getting unlimited health.
I'm here to help. Take this and you feel better. My name is Helga, and I'm I'm here to help. Take this and you'll feel better. If you ever get hurt, come see me. You seem injured. Let me fix you up. My name is Helga, and I'm medical. You seem injured. Let me fix you up.
Let's talk about the graphics and sound. Graphically, the game works. The style and the colors used just adds to the war atmosphere. The game is not trying to go for ultra realistic here, but I honestly don't think it needs to. Seeing the bugs explode as you shoot them with the square blood just made me laugh at times. Weapons and medals looked good, and I couldn't help but look at some of the tanks that were not moving as they looked like they had been through enough of the war. With the sound, there is no issue of hearing things sound as loud as they could, with the music becoming more intense as the battle was heating up, and this really came through with the Pulse 3D audio headset. Plus, when you add the haptics of the controller in the headset, it really does add to the experience. There are a few things that I would love to see. First, there were times when you would see objects on the ground that you actually had to reach down and pick up. I think it would be beneficial to add a function where you can press a button and be able to pick up the objects more easily. Second, there were times when ammo would be collected when I moved over them, and other times I had to pick them up. So I hope this can be addressed with an update. Third, being able to be in vehicles. There are no accessible vehicles to be in, and honestly, I think it would be a blast if we could drive tanks or fly airplanes. And finally, just more Cowboy Cactus to play. Cowboy Cactus Plants at War gives us the opportunity to let our inner cacti come out and play. It doesn't take itself too seriously, it just wants you to have fun. Keep in mind that the game is made by just one developer and is free on the PlayStation Store. So there should be no reason not to enjoy your time trying to take back Cacti Island. At times, we sometimes take ourselves too seriously and forget what having fun is about. In a world full of battle, couldn't we all take ourselves a little less seriously and allow for some fun in our lives?